to the Lost at Home podcast. Here are your hosts, Scott Bear and Jeremiah Johnson.
Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. My name is Thaddeus Martin.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
Oh my goodness, I forgot. I was going to call you T-Mart.
Yeah, I hung out with my awesome uncle the other day who decided to finally tell me what my original birth certificate name was before I found out I was adopted when I was 30, so...
Yep.
But prior to when I was, I think, 4 or 5, and I am Thaddeus.
That is a way more proper name than you deserve. You do not deserve a name like Thaddeus Martin.
That
sounds so, like, regal.
That could have gone either way. It also could have been like, you do deserve a name like Thad.
Well, Thad. Yeah, Thad's a little different. It's funny, like, because I feel like if people go by Thad, they were probably just named Thad.
Yeah.
I'm Thad.
But if it says Thaddeus, I'm Thaddeus.
Oh, you are fucking Thaddeus.
I'm a fucking Thaddeus.
You can own that Thaddeus. By the way, my name is Jeremiah. It's certainly no Thaddeus, but my last name is Johnson. So that works. That works. Yeah, you'd love that Johnson, don't you?
Hey, we're working into our party title.
That's right. Bear Johnson.
Bear Johnson.
Everybody out there is cordially invited. If you happen to know where Scott lives, that means you actually know him well enough to probably be invited anyway. So I'm inviting you to Bear Johnson Fest. We are just not giving you the address.
I didn't know the word fest was going to be involved, but now it is.
It's a festival now. Yeah, fuck it. It's outside, or possibly. Maybe.
I love Bear Johnson Fest. We need to make it live up to the hype of a fest, which might be interesting.
Nitrous. A lot of nitrous. That's usually what people do. I don't.
Do I have any
nitrous,
friends who want to set up a band and play?
Hey, it turns out my band is free that weekend because I thought I had a gig.
Yeah, but then you'd have to play.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to work.
Yeah, that's the problem. How about your band plays, but without a drummer?
Without a drummer? Oh, yeah. Everybody likes music that you're supposed to dance to without a drummer.
White Stripes.
They had a drummer.
Did they?
It was a two-person band with
one a drummer.
Literally 50% of the band was a drummer.
I thought it was bass and guitar.
No, you don't remember the drums and all of their songs?
Pixies?
What you're not going to find very many. Like your singer-songwriters don't have like a lot of
most
like
country music.
No, most country music plenty
could have their drummer replaced with a drum machine.
I think a lot of pop music could anyway. Yeah.
So we're gonna have Jared's band with a drum machine in the place of Jared.
Yep. I could. That would actually. I could actually program those beats for those guys and make it work.
And they'd be like, "Why can't we drink and not hang out?" And you're like, "You guys are doing good."
Boo! This drummer sucks. Just me throwing beer bottles at the drum machine.
Yeah.
Fuck you, drummer. Hey, we're in episode 270, which is getting awfully close to the big old 300. That's a big one. So we're going to do something special then. But in the meantime, area code 270 serves the Commonwealth of Kentucky's western and south central counties for all my phonies out there. Area code 270 was split from area code 502, which is, we're not going to be up episode 502 for quite a while now, on April 19th, 1999. So for my phonies out there, I'm sure you're very excited about that.
Now, Jerry, you brought a segment to the show that is not a normal segment, and it precedes web droppings. And speaking of web droppings, what is this show about?
I was just going to ask. I was just going to be like, maybe we should actually let some folks, we probably have some first-time listeners out there, let them know what the show is normally like before we do something outside of the ordinary.
Yeah, what we normally do is we take stories called web droppings. They're the weird stories from the internet that we know you haven't heard on mainstream fake news sites. Or real news sites, and we take those weird stories, we talk about them for a little bit, and we turn them into new content.
That's right.
It could be a comic book, a movie, a TV show, doesn't matter. What we like to think about here is this is copywriting.
Sort of,
If you want to make it, go ahead and make it, but just give us credits.
Or if you make a shitload of money.
Based on a story by.
If you make a shitload of money, we'll take a tiny shitload of money.
Yeah, we'll take a small cut if you're willing to give us a small cut.
A little nugget will be fine.
Yeah, we really don't care how this works out for us in the end, but if you're millionaires, give us a cut. If you're not, put us in your credits. But yeah, we make new content. So as we roll through web droppings, which are going to happen before or after this next segment, you'll hear a whole bunch of us twisting content into new and unusual things.
That's right. But before we do that, this initial segment, we are not going to be doing that for. But okay, Scott, I was looking for a bunch of stories for web droppings, and I just kept coming across all these weird world records that had either recently been attempted or set. And I came across enough of them where it seemed like there was enough of a pattern for me to just literally take 10 that I found and just rattle them off. These are some Guinness Book of World Records that have recently been set.
Now, when you finish this list, I do have a little not preface, epilogue to this thing.
Yep.
So just to give you a heads up before you roll into web droppings,
That sounds good.
I want to drop an epilogue on you.
Oh man, you're always dropping those logs. Always dropping those logs on me.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
Not on you directly, but I think
no, they're always on me. Yeah, that's right. I'm under your toilet. When you go to the bathroom, I'm there.
Well, that's mainly a laminate sticker of your face with a hole cut out where it sucks water down.
Yep.
That's your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, but that's as close as I can get. I can't always be at your house. I have a
That's
job.
as close as I can get.
Well, I have a job. I can't do I can't do crazy things like breaking Kentucky's no, it's not Kentucky's world record. It's the world record in Kentucky. It's not specific to Kentucky. People from Kentucky broke this record. They had the world's largest paperball fight. Officials in Kentucky City say they broke a Guinness World Record when 657 people gathered to participate in the world's largest paperball fight. Big surprise. Who cares? Fuck you,
And
Kentucky.
that's the news.
Yeah, most of our news are like, yeah, big deal. Who cares? Fuck it. Who cares? The largest cloth bag, like the canvas totes or whatever you get around, was made in Somerset, England, Bath specifically. It's very giant. I didn't get an actual specific size on it, but the thing I like about it is they're actually going to now the record's been set. They're actually going to cut it into smaller pieces and make actual smaller cloth bags to give out, because it was like a plastic free day or plastic awareness. Who gives a shit? Fuck it.
And then they made this giant cloth tote bag. They're like, just throw it in the ocean. Maybe it'll strangle an orca.
And we finally found something big enough to kill those whales. Kill a whale, my ass. Dying whales, more like it. Largest Caesar cocktail in Saskatchewan. Do you know what a Caesar cocktail is?
No.
I did not know this either until I looked into it. It makes sense, although our Canadian listeners are probably like, how do you not know this? It's primarily Canadian drink, but it's essentially the Canadian Bloody Mary. It's
Caesar dressing.
It's clamato juice,
Caesar
tomato
dressing and vodka.
It's not far off from that. Then it's vodka, tomato clam, whatever, clamato juice, and then there's some various spices that go in it as well. But a lot of it's around the rim instead of using salt like margarita. They do Montreal steak seasoning and stuff. It's a really hearty. Oh, it's got hot sauce and Worcestershire sauce in it too. Anyway, so they made the largest one of those.
No Caesar dressing.
Honestly, oddly, not. No.
Okay.
But I think they were talking about there being some Caesar seasoning mix or whatever. So I'm guessing that might be
garlic, white vinegar, anchovy.
But that's the thing. That's what surprised me. I looked it up. It was celery, salt, garlic, salt, and pepper and stuff. That didn't sound like a Caesar mix.
So a Newman's own Caesar dressing.
Yeah, just oil. Anyway, so that happened in Saskatchewan. Who gives a shit? Longest urban tightrope walk, also in Canada, Alberta, Canada. This is a tightrope above the city. Somebody walked across one of those.
Yeah, two one-story buildings in Alberta.
Yep, that's it.
If he falls, he might just twist his ankle.
Yep. Yeah, I actually didn't see how far up it was. I'm guessing it's technically a high wire walk that had to be completed. So I'm not sure if it was just the longest. So yeah, could it literally have been 6 inches above the ground?
Yeah.
Counted? It may well. Catching a fire sword 64 times in 1 minute in Idaho. That's right. Coming back to America, we got this one.
So you're just flipping a fire sword.
Flipping a fire sword.
Yeah, you can't throw one time a second.
It. Yep.
Yeah,
one time a second. Yeah,
flip,
exactly.
flip,
Pop, pop,
flip.
pop, pop. So it's essentially one time a second, flipping it around and catching it.
At one point in my cooking career, I could have done that. Not on fire.
Maybe not 64 times in a minute.
Maybe not 64, but I got really good at flipping those the pizza knives.
Yep.
The ones that you roll on a pizza.
Yep.
If you flip one with your hand, it comes exactly with my arm's length, 1 inch from my chest. I cut my chef coat once doing it, but did not cut myself. I just took it and was flip, 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 and at one point I went slice and cut my chef
and you're
coat.
like, I'm done with this. We're gonna call that good.
Oh,
enough.
no, I kept going.
Yeah, yeah. And then we just played what is it, 5-finger fillet?
Yeah, but that was a blade long enough to be flipped in your hand from its handle and have the blade still just barely graze your male nipple.
It's like it's longer than machete, possibly shorter than a sword or a short sword.
And probably an 18-inch blade, I'd say.
Yeah, it's a solid blade right there. It's not the size that matters. The most people performing Baby Shark dance in one place at a British elementary school. I was not aware of Baby Shark.
Yeah, what the fuck is Baby
Here's
Shark
the thing.
dance?
I'm sure parents of like young kids out there are like wishing they were us, not knowing what this is, because apparently parents absolutely hate this. It's a really catchy children's song that's been, I guess, popular for a while. But
in
like
England?
It's popular all over the place. And it's set to like the Jaws theme. I'm not going to play it because I don't want people to kill themselves.
Wait, there's a dance set to dun dun.
No, it's like
Dun, dun.
it's like shark doodly doo doo doo. I'm the daddy shark. I'm a baby shark.
That's not
it's
from
not the
Jaws.
song.
That's not from Jaws,
I
Chandler.
think that was from Jaws.
Tip, 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 I'm the baby shark. And then the fin comes out of the water and everyone screams.
Yeah,
Let's just overdub a Jaws trailer with that song.
With that song, I'm curious if it's been done. I feel like it has.
It probably has been done.
Because the song was popular as apparently in 2007. But again, I don't have young kids, never have, and so like I'm not familiar. It's probably a good thing, not familiar with random children's songs all over the place. But friends of mine who are aware of this song absolutely hate it because it's ridiculously catchy, but like their kids love it because of that. But it's really obnoxious. In fact, side story, I just found. I almost brought it to the table as a web dropping today. They're actually using that song played in like a loop somewhere to keep the homeless population away from this city banquet hall, which also tells me that they're not really thinking properly, because if it keeps the homeless population away, I can't imagine the regular population is going to enjoy it much either. But that's a side story on that anyway. So yeah, Baby Shark dance. Or Baby Shark song and dance. I'm not gonna play even a clip up from it because I don't want a bunch of Lost at Home podcast related suicides occurring. So we are just gonna call that good enough. Anybody who really cares, do yourself the disservice of Googling it, like I did. Largest piece of chalk in Oregon.
1 meter. I'm guessing.
Well, it's more of like this one is
half a meter.
It's about 2 meters. It's a 6.
1/4 of a meter. I'm going smaller because
yeah, you're just like, who fucking makes chalk? Just over 6 feet tall, measures 24 inches wide.
Is that really the biggest piece of chalk ever made? Because that is easily
according to Guinness Book of World Records.
We're gonna break that record because it's an easy record to break.
Yeah, this is the showing you the picture. The people out there are not getting any of this.
Biggest tampon on the earth.
yeah, it doubles as that. But so yeah, I mean, it's just like they compacted a bunch of chalk. It's like I think high school kids did it or something like that. I don't know. No, the college students, Reed College. All right. So yeah, who gives a shit about that? Nailing fry pans to a plank by hand in Kazakhstan.
Nailing frying pans to a plank named Ham.
Got it. Moving on. Actually, I'm gonna let you reinterpret all of these next ones because there's only 2 more left. Longest dock dive by a dog in Michigan.
Longest dog on a dock in Michigan.
Yeah, close.
It's a wiener dog, right?
No.
Although
a Michigan dog is damn good.
Longest Michigan dog on a plank with a dog.
Oh, you're going back to the other one. I'm all about that plank.
made of chalk.
Nailing dogs to a swim board. Wait, that's a swim board. Diving board.
Most dogs nailed to a diving board.
This is a record, isn't it? It is, but it's also a felony, so...
We are going to give you an award and a citation.
Yes, that's right. But I also got most dog-related felonies in 24 hours. Technically, it's a separate felony count for each dog.
Wait, Guinness, did it also win loudest howling diving board?
3 records in 1 day? Wait, that's also a record for the most records in 1 day?
Does anyone have a decibel meter? That diving board is a howling.
That's solid. Most people hopscotching at once. Sheffield, England. We're going all the way back around.
1, because no one does that anymore since Annie.
Like, what is it, like 1800s? Like, that's like...
Well, we've had a kid hopscotching. Here's your Guinness Book of World Records award. I just jumped through the squares. Well, you're the only person that do it in 60 fucking years. You just won the
nobody
award
knows.
for...
Yeah, nobody knows what this is anymore. 664 people actually. Largest simultaneous round of hopscotch. That is more than one.
Huh.
That's more than one.
Huh.
Yep. So that is the list of 10. Before we go into web dropping, Scott, you said you had an epilogue to this.
I did. I read on Reddit the other day a really nice letter written from the Guinness Book of World Records.
Wait, I just got it. Reddit.
Yes, I read it on Reddit. Yeah, I just got it too.
Huh.
Wow.
That's been
I know.
Well, see you later. We are
Let's
officially
move
retired.
on from being sad. And, wow.
Okay.
It was a letter written from the Guinness Book of World Records to a gentleman who said he could read pi to the highest point, and he decided he should be in the Guinness Book of World Records. So their explanation letter, and I'm going to paraphrase here, said, "Sir, well, we appreciate your entry into the Guinness Book of World Records. We have sad news to say that you are not going to be entered into the book, thus you do not break a record. You only broke pi to 2 decimal points."
Which isn't even, close. So 3.14.
And you got it wrong by doing 3.33.
So I'm going to read not pi to 2... to the same rounding that we use for
which makes me
dollars
think,
and cents.
if you write anything to the Guinness Book of World Records, they will politely tell you how wrong you are.
People, attempt to break a record you know you can't break, get it wrong, and let us know your responses. I think we need to make that an empty promise. You and I
or
need
we
to.
should just do it.
That's what I mean. You and I need to actually do that.
I did the hopscotch thing. I went to a basketball court and I made 3 slam dunks. Does that count?
Yep.
You're mixing your sports. You didn't even hopscotch once. 3 slam dunks isn't even a record for basketball, let alone the sport you're trying to get in
Technically,
for.
the whole court is one big hopscotch thing. There's just chalk around the outside edge, and I just kept doing that same one. That counts.
2 squares and a ball.
That's hopscotch. 2 squares and a
half
ball.
Half court.
That's hopscotch.
Yeah, 2 half courts.
Yeah, I kind of want a
2
teacher
squares.
that says that. 2 squares and a ball. That's hopscotch. It would confuse a lot of people.
It would.
Which I like. I like shirts that confuse people. That way I can feel elite. I like feeling elite. Anyway, I do feel like you and I should attempt to not actually even attempt to break any records, but just write to the Guinness Book
and get letters sent back to us that we
hopefully
can read.
To be like, here, you have to. It has to be like you have to read what you would need to do to get, because you have to have certain record keeping and certain things not necessarily notarized, but essentially there needs to be proof. So in order to be taken seriously, you have to actually. I think we have to attempt to break a record, but then submit it as the wrong record, and also just do a terrible job at it, like the pie guy. That is fucking. That is inspirational.
It's actually perfect because he's not mixing anything up. He literally just this is my record for pi.
3.14, but it's 3.33.
3.33, yeah. And they're number one, you did not meet the limited number of pi numbers that have been hit.
Which is probably thousands if somebody can
And also, you didn't get pi right.
Not even the first. I mean, you got the first digit.
Yeah, 3.
The actual 3 is
point.
Good. Yeah, yep. That's,
not even
good.
1. 3 point is the only correct part of that.
I'm actually curious what the record is for pi to the number of digits.
You need to do numerical things, I think, because easily
67,890 digits in 1980. Oh, it was okay. So it was in 1981. Then it looks like in. Let's see. In 1989, somebody recited it to 40,000 digits.
Do a car one, Jared.
Oh no, it's okay. A Chinese man, Lu Chao, in 2005 recited 67,890 digits of pi. So that's what it was. It was originally 31,811, then 40,000. 2005 dashed it with 67,890.
No, you do a car one like an 87 Camaro did 0 to 100 in 0.1 seconds. I did that in a Camry, and then just talk backwards about how cars back then and cars now.
Oh, yeah. Be like, when you actually take this into consideration.
Yeah, and be like, just like a movie theater gross box office. Jaws didn't make $1 billion, but if you were to upscale their money to today's money, it would. So you pick an old car and then use a new car.
Inflation.
Yeah, you adjust the speed.
Don't even
adjust the speed for inflation.
Don't even. Tires are inflated.
Yes. Much like the tires on my car, I adjusted for inflation.
Oh my god!
But it's
that's
gotta be something like that where you work in a weird clause.
Exactly, where you're like, but they do this when they measure, fastball speed nowadays and stuff. They're saying well, technically Nolan Ryan probably had the fastest one because if you took, calculated based on the standards now, he probably threw 116 miles an hour, blah blah blah, all that. So you have to put a really good mathematically sound algorithm in there that suddenly turns you into doing like 0 to 60 in -6 seconds or something.
You
like
could
that.
probably get away with one where the Guinness Book of World Records is like, shit, do we have to adjust for air quotes inflation, like whatever the equivalent would be?
Because you have like road conditions at the time and like under like
tallest man in the world, 1967, 5'9". Well, I'm 5'10", tallest man in the world. We all grew taller due to evolution. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like one of
that's right.
those. Like you literally play the timeline.
You play the timeline and also just make some really mathematically sound argument to where they're like, I don't think we can refute this.
Yeah.
He technically went 0 to 60 in -5 seconds in his Camry.
Yeah.
Like somehow he effectively battled space-time and won.
Based on the
With his
inflation
Camry,
of
yes.
cars' engines.
And like in like the speed of the roads and all this
the
kind of
different
stuff.
asphalt they started using over the
Yep.
years.
Yeah,
like now
yeah.
it's a different compound entirely.
Yeah, you could like the drag, the climate change. That's it.
Climate change, yeah.
just mention it.
Annual temperature
Yeah.
differential.
Inflated speed due to climate change. Like boom, adjusted for climate change.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that idea.
So we're gonna prank Guinness.
Essentially, yeah. I would like. It's honestly, I
I've
think
got
you'd
a
have
few
to take a lot of
contracts I
work.
need to write up and documents and stuff for work and life, but I could probably squeeze that in.
I think at some point, especially like we're talking about trying to get some various content done by episode 300.
Or just send them
on.
Guinness Book of World Records that have never been beaten or attempted that they don't want beaten or attempted.
Nailing dachshunds to a diving board.
Yes, exactly. You're
It's
like,
just
well,
you-
you are the first.
Yep.
But we also, we don't want that in our book.
Yeah. The picture alone is gruesome. I don't think we need this.
The amount of clowns shoved under a porch.
Oh yeah. The
Callback.
The
Reverse Gacy.
The reverse Gacy.
Yeah,
That's right.
the biggest reverse Gacy.
Biggest reverse Gacy. Like, okay, we need to read this. We need to find out what that is and how they attempted it.
You don't even need the clowns or the dead bodies. You just take clown costumes, film with straw or something, and put them under your porch and take a couple photos to
Yep.
prove you have that many under there.
Yep.
Count the noses.
Yeah, that's how you can tell how many are really under the porch. Noses never decay. Everybody knows that. Somehow, I know. Yeah.
Noses never decay.
Anyway, so well, that's a great idea. I do think, unless you got anything else to add on that, I'm ready to go right into web droppings.
No, I think we made good content for a thing that didn't actually
didn't
deserve
actually need
content.
it. And I'm happy with our future empty promise. But in the meantime, here's web droppings.
God damn.
So yeah,
We
web
just-
droppings.
yeah,
All right.
I want to let the
Yeah, like,
listener
can
know
we-
that we're giggly because we just took a moment to pause between web droppings and wow, shit went off the rails.
Yeah, we went off the rails, and that's one of those things where everybody out there, if you're recording a podcast or music or anything like that, just always be rolling. Always be rolling. I don't
I've
mean
been
like
laughing throughout this show. I was crying,
It was-
choking, laughing.
And I know this is like not fair to say to the listener. It was the funniest thing we've
seen.
It was funny.
We
And-
came up with a Guinness Book of World
Yeah.
Record that we could beat.
But it's one of those like definitely
Well,
like in
kinda,
a
or
retelling
get banned.
it just won't like be as funny. But we can at least give like a we
Oh no, we
yeah.
can't retell it. No,
And not only that, like maybe we'll actually I don't know. We can't submit that one.
we
but, oh my
can't
God.
actually do it. We'd be arrested.
Boy, people, we're really being really nice to our faithful listeners who are like with us through
Well, I'm
thick and
not
thing.
sure,
Like,
like-
"Haha, inside joke podcast.
Like
Isn't that-
if you've had a willing girl and a willing paraplegic.
well, we're giving people the building blocks. Write your own story.
Like I say, if all parties are willing and you found
it
enough
is,
plastic fake baby.
Yes. It's those like king cake babies, you know, like the ones,
Yes,
the
the
ones that
king
got
cake
flagged. Yeah, the
babies.
ones that got flagged. You throw
I'm
enough
saying,
of those
okay,
up there.
if you find enough of those and a willing girl
willing woman.
and a willing paraplegic,
Yeah.
can you make this happen?
I think we can, and I want everybody to just not have any more detail than that, and just start putting the pieces together.
Hey, we have a Facebook group if you go to Facebook, go to Lost Zone Podcast. We have a page and a group. Go to the group,
Oh, yes,
and
right.
if you want to theorize on what we're talking about, go ahead. Maybe we'll interact. Hey, you know what? Maybe we'll spill the beans.
I will say this, like if at least a few people,
Because
like,
I think
would-
if you
yeah.
write it out outside of this show, it might be funny still. But right now, we'd just be trying to get
Yeah,
old
we
material.
don't want to like try to get lightning to strike twice in the same bottle. I don't know what that is. Capturing lightning. I'm mixing up my my idioms, I believe.
Capturing babies in lightning.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, those lightning babies. Actually, speaking of
Has a woman ever been struck by lightning and has it induced birth? That's my question
or
for
while
you.
while giving birth.
Hey, another Guinness Book of World Records. Woman with most lightning-induced pregnancies. Why are we writing this down?
Oddly, well, luckily we're recording this. Although,
yeah,
like we ever re-listen, like we ever listen back to these. But I do like the most lightning-induced pregnancies, especially since it's like staggeringly high.
No, babies, not pregnancies.
Yes. Oh, yes.
That would mean God's literally putting babies in you.
Sorry, birth. Yes,
birth.
Actually, pregnancy would be funny. Like it's like, ooh, and then she's just swollen. She's like, oh, ready to have a baby now. But I do
it comes out as a swarm of lightning bugs.
I like the thought of it being staggeringly high too, like 67. Like this one woman had lightning.
You don't go for 2 or 3.
It's
two. You get on. You're like, oh shit. Did that happen?
Yeah.
And then they send someone to your house and are like, can we meet the woman?
Yeah.
And the kids.
Yeah, like they got
kids came out covered in burns.
Yeah. Like, oh, none of the kids survived. They were just a melted mess by the time it came through.
They're not allowed to touch the remote for the TV or any electrical outlets. They short everything out.
Yeah, do you also have any records for the most electricity-induced abortions out there? Because I'm pretty sure I got that one covered too. Anyway, we are talking about science fiction. I'm going to try to make a segue that's not going to work.
Nope.
Okay, this was actually, I would like to say that this is a story, usually we pride ourselves on being the stories that slip through the cracks, that kind of thing.
This story is huge.
This one has gotten, like, when you added it, it was fresh, and it has since gotten blown up viral media attention, but we're still going to cover it because it's still...
Let's storm Area 51!
This is a Facebook event.
Because that's what we're doing, right?
It's a Facebook event that started as a joke, apparently. And don't ever start a joke when it comes to conspiracy theorists or UFO lovers.
Or storming military bases.
Or especially that. Because even if you're joking about it, the second it goes viral and catches on, this is what, September 20th?
Ooh, I do not know the date.
Between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., they're going to... a group of people... I actually haven't seen how many people have signed up for this now, or are a member of the event group. I'm going to look that up now.
1 million... I'm doing a Dr. Evil, but not even the impression, just the line.
A million. Which is also just you saying 1 million.
I'm going to do some impression now. Guess who I am? 1
million.
$1 million.
I don't know, like an investor? Or?
Is it? Yeah. Was it Doctor Strange? You didn't do the voice.
Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange.
You know, he was always talking about his money.
Defeat Thanos. $1 million.
1.7 million people are going to this, according to Facebook,
including many celebrities. I saw a lot on Reddit of Keanu Reeves, Dave Bautista, maybe. I can just throw out names at this point. I bet you within 3 days when this show airs, or 1 day when this show airs, they'll probably sign up.
Yep. And this is and this is the thing. Don't attempt to storm a military compound even if it's a joke, because
it's a fucking military compound. You will be shot.
Now here's the thing.
When you try to enter it, because that's... You know the guards?
Now here's the thing. If there's 1.7 million, like, they can't stop all of us. I'm like, it's called a nuclear weapon. They literally fired it off in Nevada most of the time.
They would never nuke 1.7 million gamer girls and dudes.
They would never tell us about it. They would just come up missing, and nobody would notice or care because all the influencers and their followers would be gone.
Let's finish the story, and as our added content, let's theorize how they would kill them and make it a movie.
Okay. I've got some ideas already. But anyway, but actually, that's pretty much the story. But I actually did want to do a side story of that today, or at least when I saw the story today of Bud Light tweeted that not only that's how big the story has become, is that Bud Light has already responded and are creating co-branded Area 51 cans, and they tweeted, oh crap, I can't remember exactly what they tweeted, but it was something. Oh yeah, here it is. We'd like to be the first brand to formally announce that we will not be sponsoring the Area 51 raid, Bud Light's Twitter posted. And then shortly after that, they said, screw it, free Bud Light to any alien that makes it out. So it's so big that, and not only that, they're doing these co-branded cans, or these branded cans, which actually look pretty cool. I don't drink Bud Light, but if I were to buy Bud Light over spend for glorified water, then I would buy these cans. I might actually buy one because they've got a little alien face on them. Looks pretty damn cool. So, you said, who was it? Blue Moon had a response.
Yes, I actually saved the photo on my phone.
Yeah, because the original one, we'd like to be the first brand to formally announce that we will not be sponsoring the Area 51 raid. Blue Moon, the
responded
beer. Yes.
with, "That's very unfortunate. How are people supposed to stay hydrated without water while they raid a government compound?"
Yeah.
Water.
Which is pretty,
love it.
And here's the thing: is I don't mind Bud Light. It does taste like water, but it's overpriced for what it is. But anyway, but they can be that way because all their money goes toward advertising and creating these special Area 51 special edition Bud Light cans. And here's the thing: it's gonna work. I'm probably gonna buy like a 6-pack of them if I see them around.
If I see one, I'll probably collect it. I have a weird collection of oddball things, pop culture and whatnot. You've seen my office at my home. It's gotten worse. You have not been over in 3 weeks. I have a what is the opposite of Castle Grayskull? What's Skeletor's castle?
Do
Do you know what Skeletor's castle is called? Because it had a name. I hate to say it's probably like Skeletor-assle. It's something lame from the 80s.
It's I can't remember.
Castle Skullface.
Yeah.
Castle I hate He-Man. Castle.
Yeah, because Castle Grayskull was the He-Man's, but he had. Because I remember like owning a lot of those. I remember I owned Slime Pit, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that slime definitely
that
caused
best.
cancer. Like that slime was glowing.
We both have nervous ticks.
Oh yes, we do it. I'm pretty sure it's due to the He-Man toys of the day.
I was doing the Liberty Street yard sale in Montpelier, and someone on their lawn had a free sign, and she stood in front of her free sign. May I preface this? She was watching her yard sale, which was one entire blanket of a free sign.
Yep.
She was guarding her yard sale.
The stuff she wanted people to take.
Yes. So I walked up and I picked up Castle, not Grayskull, the Skeletor one.
Yeah. God, I feel like a bad 80s
almost
kid.
Complete. And I picked it up and I said, no one took this? She goes, so many people have said that today. They just pick it up and they're like, oh my God, I remember this from my childhood. And leave. And I said, well, I don't want to carry it up the street and back, so if it's still here when I come back, I'll take it. She goes, awesome. And when I came back, it was there. Now I have a castle.
That's awesome.
Not Grayskull on the office floor of my office. And my kids have rolled their eyes at me because my office is full of AT-ATs and ATSTs.
Your children are like, you're going too far with your toys, Dad. Like, your children think you have a toy problem.
Yeah.
It takes a lot for kids.
There's a Rick and Morty Lego wall. There's a Star Wars
Here's the thing.
quad wall. There's a wall of autographed comics.
I'm always just envious when I go into that room because I'm like, first of all, it's very well put together and organized.
Oh, it got better.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I keep evolving it.
I haven't been over there for like it's literally been 1 month. It's gotten better.
I sometimes take cataract medication and go in there and redo it. And whenever I leave it, I'm like, damn, that's something that wouldn't get a woman wet.
Yeah. Yeah.
My wife, I will say,
welcome to the virginity room.
When my guests come over at any party or any house get together, I always say, this is our office. And my wife looks at me, she just looks at me and I go, this is my office.
Yes. And by the way, not office, this is my toy room. Where there's like I could sometimes put a computer. You have recorded in there and stuff.
I have a computer. I have a recording studio, if you
It
will.
is.
I have a dual screen monitor.
But it is your toy storage. Collectible storage. I should not call them toys.
No. You should call the basement that because most of it's in the basement. You only see the top of the iceberg.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the rest of it is underneath.
Oh, no, literally.
And with the clowns.
No, literally, our hardwood floor in my office is the water point. You're seeing the tip of the iceberg. The rest is below.
Yeah, well, that's the stuff where like it's organized and like it looks really cool on shelves and all that kind of, or stuff to brag about, you know.
Also, most of the stuff in the basement I sell.
Do you have the Larry Cohen sign thing in that room? I think,
yes,
right?
Yes. Which I believe at some point we said we should share. So if you ever want to take it and put it on your walls for a few years,
it's ours. It's
ours,
but it's definitely better just there because it will be actually seen and appreciated there, as opposed to I would put it like in my art room and then nobody would see it unless you count the people.
I guess mine would get seen slightly more unless you put it in your downstairs floor.
Yeah. I mean, but it would be the same 3 people who wouldn't give a shit. So
okay.
Yeah. So let's keep it at your place. That's good. Yeah. We interviewed Larry Cohen once. It was awesome.
Rest in peace.
Skeletor can't find the name of it. We will figure that out. Folks, feel free to swear at us because I feel like a bad 80s kid. Anyway, Area 51 Facebook event. I would suggest being careful if you are actually going. I'm guessing a lot of these people who are signed up are probably for jokes.
You'll get shot dead. I'm Sergeant Slaughter, and I'm gonna come down there, and I'm gonna shoot you right in the dicks. And if you have pussies, you better hope they're not pussy dicks. But I'm pretty woke, so if you have both, I'm gonna shoot you in both. And if you don't have a dick, I'm probably just gonna
ask you nicely to leave like a gentleman. But then, G.I. Joe, we're gonna come in there. We're gonna arrest you. We're gonna hog tie you. We're gonna take your bodies. Well, we're not gonna like vivisect them like those wait. I can't say aliens. I can't say we don't.
No, you're not allowed to because you are either a fictional character or the WWE wrestler Sergeant Slaughter. So no, you have no clearance of.
We're not gonna vivisect you like
Why
the
are you here?
aliens. They're literally vivisecting right now inside that base you want to go into.
You shouldn't be here.
I am Sergeant Slaughter.
You're not a real sergeant.
Where's Hawkeye?
Hot guy?
Where's Scarlet? Where's Cobra Commander? I'm really confused about the logistics of this battle initiative.
Okay, so you are the G.I. Joe one and not the WWE one? Because you sound like the WWE one. Sergeant Slaughter, ladies and gentlemen. He may make another appearance at some shows in the future. Are you? That's so stupid.
I'm glad he tried to clarify the gender differences and stuff.
He does. He's a very woke sergeant. He's a very woke sergeant. Yeah, he will shoot you in whatever you want to identify as, and whether you got a pussy dick.
Wow, whoever thought that Sergeant Slaughter after all these years would be so woke.
So that's some. We didn't even have to get to the how are they going to kill them thing because I think that was our new content right there, the Sergeant Slaughter. But I would say
it's an animated version of G.I. Joe that portrays the atrocities of the great Area 51 massacre of 2019,
which was somehow led by Sergeant Slaughter.
Like someone's already animating it, so before it's tasteless and before we can do like Never Forget, like G.I. comes out and
the more you know.
Yeah.
All right, so there is for the
Hey, Sergeant Slaughter, I thought us kids weren't supposed to get Area 1. 51. I'm young. I don't know my math so well.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't be going in there at all.
Well, I was told by the internet we should all raid it to get alien booty.
And the more you know.
Yeah, exactly. Because the more you know are short and sweet.
Yeah.
Like, literally, the kids would be like, should I play in that slippery ice?
Yes.
And then, yes. And so I'm like, no, you shouldn't. And, it was very short and sweet.
I just want to, like, remake those songs. It's just like them telling the horrible things to do.
Well, I mean, they already redid them with, like, weird vocals, but redo them where every don't do this is a do it.
Yeah. Go ahead, take those drugs. They look pretty good. The more you know.
Yeah. I don't know about those drugs. They're in lots of colors.
Colors are good for you. The more colors you eat, the older you get.
Yeah, that's right. Purple gives you bones.
Oh my god, I need a t-shirt right now that says purple gives you bones. I will spend all the money right now.
I want to say muscles, but bones way better.
I want a t-shirt that just purple will give you all the bones.
Purple gives you bones.
No, all the bones.
All the bones. All right. Well, we are. One of the things that you should not do is go to this this beautiful turquoise lake in Siberia, which has become an Instagram destination for people to take pictures of. It is gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful, bright blue turquoise water. The problem is the reason it is bright blue is not because it's beautiful water, and that's just like it's the nature of its color.
Actually,
this is
before I say that, I've seen purple water. Sorry, purple's in my brain
purple's
now.
in there. Purple gives you bones.
Now I've seen blue water like that in the Bahamas in shallow waters.
Yes.
It is actually a naturally occurring, beautiful ocean color.
Yes, exactly. So, which is funny because water itself, I mean, that's just all about light refraction and all that kind of stuff. Water itself seems like it's transparent, but it's also
salinity and chemical composition changes the color of water.
And that is what we're exactly going to be calling on right now. Is that this actually bright blue lake is its color because it is actually a toxic waste dump. It's in Siberia, and it is absolutely beautiful. And it turns out they say that the radioactive levels are like normal, quote unquote, for Siberia, which I'm probably pretty high. I don't know. They're like, yeah, it's normal for Siberia, but this does not stop has not stopped people from going there and even getting influencers going there.
Very
it's one thing to
specifically.
take pictures next to the water. Even that's probably suspect. But people are going in the water. Somebody even accidentally ingested some. And they're like,
there's gonna be an Instagram influencer girl that's like, I'm in my bikini out to my crotch in this perfectly blue water, and then
that's exactly what. Oh yeah.
But then she comes out with 2 pussies, and then suddenly becomes the Instagram influencer.
They're just like the one that just all of a sudden social media consumes itself.
Hashtag double pussy.
Sure.
We can come up with better terms.
Yeah.
All right. Hashtag bivag.
I like bivag. Actually, it's good. It also sounds like it could be almost. It's almost medical.
Hashtag
She had a bivaginectomy. That's where you turn one into 2.
Hashtag dos canantos. Which sounds like wait. I got one better.
Dos canantos.
Hashtag dos conundrum.
Okay.
Dos conundrum.
Conundrum.
So 2 pussy problem. Mexican.
Is it a problem
Or
if you
Spanish.
become the influencer out of it? I
Well,
think
there was a guy with 2 dicks. He was hitting on Jason Mewes from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And,
there are people. Yeah, there are people who are. There are people who are.
He has 2 dicks.
And I'm curious actually if people. I assume people can be born with like 2
Bivaginal.
Well, you know,
Ooh,
like
wow. Ooh.
Well, first of all, remember the
I just
vagina.
become a doctor?
That's all it takes. Here's your certificate.
I believe I just found the safest way to say you have 2 pussies.
Well, remember,
bivaginal.
yeah, I think that the thing about pussy is it's all encompassing. Vagina is technically the inside there. So like, and then of course that leads to all these other plumbing things.
I found the least medical way to say it. Snake eyes.
You're just going right back to fucking G.I. Joe. You can't stop.
What are you guys looking at? I'm blind. I'm snake eyes. I'm blind.
Not only-
Wow, there's this girl with 2 pussies.
Dude, not only is
doesn't help me. I'm snake eyes. I'm blind.
Not only is it possible, we covered the story of
Not
the
only
woman
is
with
it
2
possible, it's probable.
It's not.
Honey,
We covered
if you're
the story.
listening to this episode, look under the couch. We're doing an Oprah moment. You get 2 pussies, and you get 2 pussies.
No, we did. We covered this like back in 2015 when this story broke. A woman who has 2 vaginas. Now, as far as the
We
labia,
did this?
I believe
shit.
we covered this on the
I mean,
show.
that was
This
4
is ringing
years
a bell.
ago.
Yeah, it was 4 years ago, and it was Cassandra Bankson. So I'm guessing
Good friend of the show.
Turns out she's a YouTube star, but she didn't become like the influencer. So I guess you need more than 2 pussies. Actually, she had 2 vaginas, which I believe did end up like one of them was just like lost and just didn't do anything, and the other one was actually attached to the outer part, which is what a lot of people
Once
call
again, we're
pussy.
going back to Mexico.
That's with the labia majora and
I don't know a
whatnot.
lot of words for taco, so tres carnitas.
With
3
3
meat.
meats. Guinness Book of World Records.
Tres carnitas.
Tres carnitas! Exclamation point. Send. Let's see if they respond.
You got some guy with a dislocated tongue who turns around the camera and goes, "Muy caliente."
Oh, that was the story. That was our new content.
Hey, if you're licking 3 pussies at once, it's
It gets
it's
tiring.
gonna dislocate your tongue.
yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to be one of those people with the split tongues, though. You know those people, and they can actually control both sides
You'd
separately.
have to be a tri-tongue. You'd have to be like
would,
the
yeah.
Aquaman of tongues.
Yep. The Aquaman of tongues. Might be the name of the episode. I
I
believe.
think we found the episode title,
Yeah,
by the way.
I'm going to write that down. While I
My
believe.
dad
I believe.
gave me this trident, but my piercer gave me this tongue.
Aquaman.
And she just like, oh my
tongues.
god, Aquaman, shouldn't you be fighting Black Manta? And he's like, I am.
Because that's the way Cunnilingus sounds. Yeah, if you're doing it right. Sounds like I was drowning.
Tri-tongue Aquaman just shoves a pearl into each pussy hole and then tries to retrieve them with his 3 tongues.
with the come hither separate
like
motion
a
of each
come
one.
here. Ooh.
Like he's David Bowie spinning the balls in the
Can we
labyrinth.
do a break in the show where we do like one of those the episode is broken, we need to like go to like the equipment specialist?
One of those things?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Jerry, you can never Never say that, because now all women on Earth are going to want that to happen. And you know what's going to happen? Stuck pussy pearls.
SPP.
Stuck pussy pearls. Now, literally, you're going to have women going to the hospital and going, I just stuck a pearl or a fucking marble up there. Like, I just stuck it up there thinking Aquaman would get out. My boyfriend's like Aquaman. He's like Jason Momoa, but he's blonde. He's 4'3".
Yeah, just like Jason Momoa.
He's got a gut.
Yeah, you know, Jason Momoa, but like, except for all the wrong things.
Yeah, he couldn't get the pearl out. Was it a marble? Yeah, it was a marble. It was a marble. It was a cat's eye.
Beauty.
And then like they go to the hospital like, yeah, Aquaman over here couldn't get it out, so can your ER surgeon can't? No, we literally.
I mean, we can do a very invasive surgery that will get it out. But
all right, miss. Like, can you just lean over? Can you see through that window at the entire waiting room in the emergency room? That guy's missing a limb. She's missing a limb.
Uh-huh.
That baby was born without a limb,
Yeah,
but
okay.
also was
sounds like they could probably figure things out amongst
his
themselves.
head was cut off, so
like some of them
that's a
have too many
problem.
limbs and some don't have enough. That guy has an extra head. You can
Maybe-
just have him give. It sounds like
Did you ever see the Lego movie? Like, they can just switch limbs.
I have SPP, so it's a thing now. Instagram influencers have it
Yeah.
because we're back in that story now.
Hey, this whole show's been a rolling Instagram influencer, and I think all the content we've been generating has been kind of loose but connected.
You know, it's still content. It's nothing anybody's gonna steal. That's for sure.
we didn't call that a movie, but all right.
It's a movie about that.
Emergency room dumb cunt.
Every episode, he's like, "Uh-oh, what is it this time?" Gertrude. Oh, that's not a sexy name.
We listened to the Lost Snow podcast. They said you could like throw a bunch of like beads or round things in my pussy. I got a ball bearing that's really hurting my cervix, and my
Yeah.
boyfriend's tongue isn't long enough to get it out.
Yeah. There's a can of
Dr. Mikhail, can you just fish that out with your tongue? Can I see your tongue first? I need to see your credentials.
Yeah.
I need to see your credentials. Spell your tongue. Why are you looking at me that way? What are you writing on that clipboard? What are you writing on that clipboard?
Is it that
And
I'm
if you're
awesome?
writing something on the clipboard, can I take a photo of it and put it on my Instagram? Because I'm pretty
I'm
sure
an
they're going to be
influencer.
like influenced by my influence.
That's right. I have a can of baked beans in my pussy.
I'm going to influence you to put your clipboard down and influence you to put your tongue in my pussy to get that ball bearing out, and then influence you to take a picture of me so I can influence my fans with my influence picture of
And
my
make sure to get the
influencing.
Coca-Cola in there. I'm sponsored, so.
Yeah, just if
I mean,
you,
no, in there. I mean, in my pussy.
Yeah, if you can just shake it and put it up in there, maybe it'll like pop it out like a reverse Mentos.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, so you think the marble is going to have a Mentos plus Coca-Cola type reaction because it's also round, but it's going to go the other way? Yeah, I think so. Yes, it tracks. Well, you know what? Fuck it. I've been a doctor for 46 years. I never tried this one.
This all tracks.
Yeah.
I'm about to get the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, that's right. Most Mentos cunts flushed out.
Most ball bearings pulled out of a cunt from a Coke bottle through reverse Mentos osmology.
I'm getting a call from Guinea-Bissau. I'm sure that's not a spam call.
Can we take it on air?
Oh, shoot. I just hung up on him.
Can you call him back?
I wish we could. I'm not going to, but I actually am curious. We should do that sometime.
Guinea-Bissau, not Papua New Guinea.
Guinea-Bissau.
Wow,
Yeah.
all my calls come from Papua New Guinea.
Area code 245.
Oh,
So we already passed that episode.
we passed that
And
episode.
I wasn't doing my
So
phony
that's-
parts.
and that's why we didn't pick up.
Yep, exactly. Sorry. If it was a 271, I would have picked up. All right, Scott, you brought the next story to the table.
Oh my god, my notes aren't open.
This is a Sweeney Todd story, which I thought was pretty fucking hilarious. Students nearly killed during St. Kentigern's Sweeney Todd. I don't know where St. Kentigern is.
Yeah, I have no idea. When I read the story, I didn't actually do any deep diving to figure it out. And also,
You don't need to. There's so much good in the story
well,
already.
Usually, news sources give a location too, so I thought I could maybe guess from that.
It's
But-
in St. Mungo? St. Mungo?
Here, this is a good one to read.
Oh, it's in New Zealand. Okay.
All right, this is a good one to read. Well, damning work-safe report has emerged about the Oh my god. How do you say it?
St. Kentigern?
St. Kitts again School's production of Sweeney Todd, which left 2 students with life-threatening injuries. The reports... Oh my god, I can't do the accent without actually reading it first.
It's
at
actually
least
really
once.
tough. Yeah.
Here, how about I kick in at some point randomly?
Yeah. Boom.
The report contains graphic details of other injuries during rehearsals and recommended St. Kent's be prosecuted. However, despite an in-depth investigation, which is signed off by the chief inspector, just had
So
to.
literally just like 1 or 2 words. Yeah. Oh, I can say those words.
Chief inspector.
And and later I'll actually read the. I'll do the reading of the. Quote
Okay,
later
perfect.
on. Yeah.
And supported by the families of the victims, WorkSafe ignored the reports recommended by the charges. On the show's opening night in April of 2016, and this is an old story, but it surfaced recently.
Yes,
so
yeah. This was and also was just good
this
enough
story
where I needed
surfaced. It was ready for us to report. We were ready for it. I'm trying hard, but I'm out of practice in my New Zealand. 2 students were rushed to the hospital after their necks were slit with a sharp shaving razor. One boy had a cut almost 5 centimeters deep. St. John Ambulance noted that the trachea and some cartilage were visible.
Major veins and arteries are located in the region where contact with a strike razor is made. Damage to these veins, especially the arteries, was life-threatening.
The WorkSafe report states.
There was potential for death.
That's a pretty good New Zealand right there.
It wasn't the first time students were injured by razors, which I love that there's no follow-up to that at all.
Yeah.
Like zero. Like no like preamble like when else have they been injured?
Yep.
Oh, remember the razor issue last year? We were all
yes.
playing the laboratories trying to dissect frogs.
Mate, was
and
it-
I told you all to just sink those needles into your arms and the razors into your wrists. Well, see what's inside. Yeah.
Was it the same time we was
My
doing?
accent's terrible. I need to practice.
Hellraiser, spelled R-A-Z-O-R. That play we did, and all we did was cut each other with razors. Yeah, that was bad too.
Yeah, the teacher had wrapped the razors in tape, but the tape wasn't sufficient to keep the razor from cutting through
Through the tape. Literally the easiest thing to cut that is meant to be cut by a tiny, sharp object. You're
Or
like,
this-
this will hold it. They didn't, test it out on, a watermelon or something?
Or this Scotch tape. It's going to be fine for you.
As is fine.
We're just going to take a little Scotch tape. We're going to put it on the end of the razors. Oh, y'all going to be fine. Yeah.
Hey, excuse me, should we test it out on like a watermelon or something?
Oh, no, you're going to be fine.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
If it doesn't cut through the tape, y'all going to be fine with your wrists and your hands. I don't see why most of you are crying about this. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is.
Mr. Peter Jackson, it's because, last play we did, you cut many of us with razors, and they were covered with paper towels, and it didn't help us at all. Actually, Mr. Jackson, sorry, excuse me, sir.
To be fair, I only cut the students that I didn't like.
Fair enough, yes, of course,
I
yes.
cut a bunch of people, and what I could kind of consider them hurt. They called it hurt. I didn't call it hurt.
Yeah, I remember that you turned them into hamburgers, and you ate them in front of us, and you said, you're lucky this isn't you. You're a fat piece of shit, Mr. Jackson.
I don't know what the problem is. My biggest issue is here. Why don't you want The Hobbit 3?
But you did that one, I think, I don't know. Did
Oh.
you? I can't keep track of your shitty movies anymore. Actually, I love your movies. Remember Frighteners? That was good. Michael J. Fox before he got all shaky.
Oh, Michael J. Fox. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember him in that movie. When we were on the set of that film, we were running around like little crackers.
Yeah,
and every time I ran into him, I would smack him on the back of the head and be like, you should shake more in those shots.
Yes.
Our film is, our cameras are old. I'm an early film director from New Zealand. And what I need
that's where
is
you're
you
from,
to
okay.
shake.
Yeah.
And I need you to shake a lot so we can stabilize the film. And then when it shakes with the shake of the film, you look normal.
Yes, I know you've admitted to giving Michael J. Fox Parkinson's multiple times on purpose for the sake of your films. In Frighteners from the 1996 film, I believe.
Not denying anything. Jackson out.
I got weird. That's what we do here. That's the new content. It's Peter Jackson's directed version of this. Anyway, turns out they tried to file that WorkSafe report. People said they essentially ignored it, and I haven't actually checked to see if there's a follow up on this story at all. But we will do so as an empty promise for a later show because we're running out of time right now, and we probably have enough time for me just enough to mention this next story, which is
I'm
actually
just gonna lean back in my chair.
Yes, this is literally just the story is just the headline. So we don't honestly, I don't even know if you need more content except for I would love to actually have a heavy metal song about knitting. But there was in Finland, they recently hosted a heavy metal knitting championship where these people were tasked with knitting while like headbanging and dancing to heavy metal music. First of all, I don't know what drove them to do this. It's Finland. I guess that's just. I mean, they obviously one of the metal capitals of the world as far as historically.
By the way, to be fair, I watched the video.
Yes, yeah.
I honestly could not understand why it was happening. I don't think it's metal, and I think it's a hippie weird bullshit thing.
It definitely.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
It is weird. It is certainly weird. And it is Finland.
I just want to go down the record. I'm not a fan.
I was not a fan of the actual the production itself. I'm a fan of the concept. I would say if other people wanted to take this concept and do something better with it, maybe some actual like Swedish like dark metal.
Okay. Metal played on stage like it normally is. Right in the middle is a
and then where's the knitting? Where's
right
the
in the
knitting?
middle is a fucking wicker rocking chair with someone who looks like they shouldn't be on stage knitting, or a hot girl knitting, or a naked girl knitting. Or
no, take the metal out, take the knitting out. It's pornography now. Just give me pornography.
No, a naked girl in a wicker rocking chair, knitting too hardcore would be amazing.
That actually would be fucking.
But it was like
sweet.
some fucking lame ass hippie fucking metal girl like skipping around trying to knit while skipping.
Yeah, no,
it was lame.
I was actually hoping to find like some like dark metal, like black metal dudes like spinning their hair around while fucking knitting. That would be metal and
their
fucking
own hair
dope.
is in the knit.
Yeah.
Every time they
like
whip it the wrong way, they have to. Ow!
They're slowly knitting a sweater out of their own hair, and then they wear their own hair when it's done.
Yes,
and it is all in the span of like one fucking Cannibal Corpse song.
See, and then you get one girl with like her unshaved armpits dancing around in a fucking smock.
Well,
doing
there were more people than that. I actually do like some of the names. Wolf Fumes, Bunny Bandit, and 9 Inch Needles were the most of the were three. I'm guessing all
9 Inch
all
Needles
of these.
is on point for the knitting.
Yep.
Wolf Fumes is a great name for anything.
Yep, Wolf Fumes. Bunny Bandit
that needs to be a 40.
Wolf Fumes. Yeah. Well, it's really kind of.
And you need a microchip under the cap where every time you uncork it goes. Just an air sound after.
Like, I think my 40 just farted on me, or something. It just howled and farted.
And then they come out with like a lower class one, like that's $5 a 40. Then they come out with one that's $3 a 40 called Wolf Farts.
Fuck you, Wolf Farts. But like,
it says that when you unscrew the cap. Yeah.
Fuck you, Wolf Farts.
Dude, do you know how much that would sell?
For
Loco was a major brand. Let's just consider that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I would buy one once.
I bought a case of Old English the other day because I was drunk, and that's an impulse buy in my area.
All right, it's time to turn off the show when Jared says that. So
because we are Thaddeus Martin does not approve of my Old English tastes apparently.
All right,
I would say the new content for this, by the way, is I would like to at some point maybe make a metal song about knitting or the actual version of the contest. If somebody out there could do with a better version that we just described, please do.
Shave that shit. Shave that shit. Pull that wool out its ass. Roll it with a needle. Make a sweater for your mama. Mama loves you. She raised you.
Sweater your grandkids will never wear.
Get lost.
Get lost.